Let's talk about what kinds of tools I love to use to create an online course. I'm Alissa McDonald, and I help teachers launch their first or their next online course, membership, workshop. Really, when I say online course, I'm talking about any kind of a knowledge product. So that's you sharing what you know, taking it, putting it into a framework or a method that you can teach, and teaching it out to the world in whatever format you decide: course, membership, workshop, mini course. I think I've said a lot of that: masterclass, webinar, whatever you want to call it. It's a knowledge product. And so if you want to get started selling knowledge products, it's actually really easy. And there's a misconception that it's expensive to get started, but actually you can get the right tools on a budget. You can do this totally without spending any money. You can spend a lot of money, or anywhere in between. So I'm going to give you kind of the really easy way to get started with a nice set of tools to help you create your course in a way that is quality without going way crazy and getting all kinds of things, fancy equipment and things like that. So I'm going to give you kind of like not the bare minimum, but not the totally like buying every single thing on Amazon before we're recording version of what you need for your online course. The first thing I want to talk about is recording your videos. So what equipment do you need to record your videos? Well, I have to admit, for a long time, that stopped me from recording courses because I thought that I needed fancy video equipment. It also stopped me from creating YouTube videos like this one because I thought I needed a fancy setup. And as you can see, I haven't quite perfected mine because you can see my light in the background of this video. So I probably should push that to a different direction. I haven't quite figured this out yet, but it's okay. I'm still getting my message across, right? So the goal is not to be perfect here with the tools that we select, but to get the job done and to kind of get as much quality in here as we can, but also like, let's just get our knowledge out to the world and not let equipment get in our way. So for me, my very simple setup includes a ring light that I have in front of me. And then behind me for my videos, I am using a box light. You don't need to have both of those for lighting. In fact, natural lighting is really great, and a lot of times even better than some of the artificial lighting setups. So play around with it. Try sitting, next to a window or somewhere where you can get really great light and see how it looks, and just test and experiment. Turn your body and see what can you get for lighting, and just kind of make sure that you're thinking through what your lighting looks like and testing it out and playing around with it until you get it to a way that you like it. For video, I am using, hold on, I have to look it up. It is the Logitech, if I'm saying that correctly, correct me if I'm not, webcam. It's the C922 Pro Stream webcam. I'm going to put that in the comments below. I'll link that. It's $73, so medium price range, but I think it gives the video a little bit more quality, again, without going totally fancy and getting like a Canon digital camera. It's kind of in between and it'll get the job done. And then the other piece of equipment you'll want to have for recording your course videos is a good quality microphone. So here's mine here. This is the Blue Yeti. I also have a little bit of a, what do they call these? Filters. By the way, I'm not the expert in equipment. I am just giving you what I use. So I'm sure you can find a million more YouTube videos where they'll talk you through lots of different choices with equipment, but this is what I use and it works well for me. So the Blue Yeti microphone is great. That's all I have. So the Yeti microphone, the webcam, the ring light, and the box light. And then I am on Zoom. I go on Zoom, I hit record, and that's how I create my videos. You could also use something like Loom if you're going to have to show your screen and you want to do it that way. You could use Google Meet. That's totally free. Go in and hit record. Easy as pie, right? We got to keep this simple so that we can get it done. It's more important that we get our knowledge out there and that we're not holding it back because we're worried about what kinds of equipment we should have. Simple is best. So webcam, microphone, that's the equipment. And then we need to think about, where are we going to host this course material? Once we record our course videos, where will we put them so that people can then purchase them and watch them in an orderly fashion, right? And so this is where we need a course hosting platform. You have probably heard or used some of these before. They range anywhere from free to pricey. And so I'll give you a couple of different options. On the free end, some platforms that I really like are Teachable, Teachery. Those are both free. They're great resources, or at least they have a free plan. I think they have at some point you have to pay to upgrade. And again, I will link below so that you can go check those out, but they're on like the free to cheap end. And then we have Podia, which is kind of in the middle, a little pricier with a little more features, a little more in depth. It has some other tools beyond just hosting your course. And then we have what I use, which is Kajabi. Kajabi is an all-in-one business tool. And when you go and see the price there compared to Teachable, you might be a little bit sticker shocked because it is definitely on the pricier end. However, when you're considering using Kajabi, it covers a lot of bases in the tech stack that you're going to need to set up your online business anyway. So if you're in need of a platform to host your website, you are looking to use email to email your people, and you need an email service provider. If you need to build out your sales pages, which you will if you're going to have a course, Kajabi has all of that. I was really interested in Kajabi because it replaced a lot of the other things that I would have had to buy and integrate myself. And I was just getting started with my business and I wanted to really do it right. And I wanted to have everything all in one place. And so that's why I chose to go with Kajabi. If you want to check out Kajabi, I am an affiliate for them. I will link that down below. Because I'm an affiliate, I am more than happy to answer your questions about the platform to help you make a decision about the platform. And then once you do buy, I'm more than happy to answer your questions or give you a little tour behind the scenes of my Kajabi behind the scenes to help you out. Okay, once you've picked a place to host your course, and by the way, just pick one and do it. Don't obsess over it because you're going to, any of these stages, you could get stuck, right? Picking out the right microphone, that could set you back 3 weeks if you let it. Picking a course provider, that could set you back another 3 weeks if you let it. The point is we want to get this thing going. But I mentioned a couple of other business kind of like in your tech stack, other things that you're going to need to sell your online course, or at least you're going to want to have. One is an email service provider. We want to be able to email people who could potentially purchase our course. And we also want to be able to email the people who purchased our course so that we can make sure they're progressing through the material and they have a way to stay in contact with us and we have a way to stay in contact with them. So we're going to want to have an email service provider if you don't already. And so again, free to more expensive. You have on the free end services like MailerLite, on the medium end, a service like Flowdesk. And then, like I said, you could have an all-in-one tool like Kajabi, which covers the email service provider as well. And so then you wouldn't need to have a secondary one. Make sure you have something like that in place and ready to start collecting emails. In fact, I would encourage you to start collecting them today, right after you get done watching this video, before you go buy a microphone. Start collecting emails so that you can get some interest, gauge the interest, gauge the market around the topic that you're thinking about creating a course around, see if there's some interest, and then get those names on your email list so that you can contact them and reach out when your course is ready. Okay, you also want to have a place where you can build sales pages. When you go to sell your course, your sales page is really doing the heavy lifting for you. This is the place where you will describe not only the features and benefits of your course, but like, who is this right for? What are some frequently asked questions? What are the different payment options? What are the pain points that this course addresses? And a sales page really allows you to do that in a way that really captures visually what you have going on, and also just gives you that space to really sell your course. And so you can use a sales page builder like Lead Pages, which is more on the pricier end. Again, Kajabi has that built right in. You could also use your regular web page wherever you build out your website. You could create a page on your website that is your sales page. And a lot of email service providers will also have a place where you can build your sales page. Those are a couple of places where you can go to get that done. And then we're going to want to make sure that we have a method. Now, a method isn't necessarily a tool to sell your course, but I did want to remind you that the most compelling courses, the best courses that are out there, are ones where the person who is leading the course took all of the ideas that were living in their head and put it into a proven method that then they could sell and that would be uniquely theirs to teach. Let me just give a very simple example. Let's say I was wanting to create a course on how to make YouTube videos, like as if I'm some expert now that I've created 5 of them. Let's say I wanted to create a course on how to make YouTube videos. I could just walk you through how to make YouTube videos, right? Anybody could do that, like a tutorial style. Or I could talk about my unique way of making YouTube videos and what I do to make mine so special. And I could put together my formula on how I do that and then package that and turn that into my course. And that's going to be better because it adds in my unique perspective, my take on things, and really gives me something unique to sell. So think about kind of popping your method in there where you can. And speaking of popping, if you are a teacher and you're creating a course that is professional development for other teachers, please consider checking out my company, Pop PD. We are really trying to solve for this problem of teachers creating courses in isolation and having to market those courses in isolation. So we've brought together a whole bunch of wonderful educators who are selling their professional development courses online, and they're able to host them on our platform, create their sales page right on our platform, communicate with their participants right inside our learning management system, and have that all in one place so that teachers and schools can shop right from our page, poppd.co, and they can get the professional development that they need. And you all have a space where you can easily market that. So I'm really excited to share that with you. Again, I'll link all of this stuff down below so that you have it after this video. You have everything you need to go start creating your course right now. So don't let anything get in your way, not tools, not technology, not doubt. You have something to share with the world, and we're here to hear it. So share it. We're here. Okay, let us know in the comments what it is you're working on. I would love to hear it. And stay tuned for more videos like this on how to create and launch your online course.